So, you guys are live. Let me get on the comment section so I can see you guys. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about my shredding update. So what my progress is, what's going on in my head when I'm doing this, and hopefully you guys can apply it to your own diet or schedule. So I'm going to go over that right now, and then I will look at all the comments and everything and answer after the live stream. So let's see, give me a marker. So shredding update. So, as you guys know, I'm trying to get lean, and it's been about 3-year off season since I've done my last show. Right now, I'm weighing in about 221 pounds, and I want to get down to 185 pounds, and this is at around 6% body fat. And this is debatable because I got DEXA scan. So DEXA is a bone density scan, but a lot of bodybuilders use it to determine their fat mass. But depending on how you hydrate, like if you consume a lot of water and then you get your DEXA scan, it's going to be skewed off. So you want to make sure you haven't really consumed anything that might throw off the numbers. So I got that DEXA at around 6% body fat. So I know, by the way, 185 is what I'm projecting. When I was DEXA at about 6%, that was about 178 to about 180. I would fluctuate within that range. So I'm assuming that in 3-year off season, 3 years of bulking, that I will have gained about 5 pounds of muscle. And obviously this is kind of like worst case scenario. I don't really think I've gained about 1 pound of muscle every year. But I'm going to be conservative because once I get down closer to 185, I will know. And a lot of people think they know their body fat percentage. If you get it tested, you'll kind of know where your ballpark is. But it's really hard to know for sure where your body fat percentage really is. And that's why I'm not really, I know that I'm around 20% body fat plus. I have good separation and everything due to the amount of muscle I have. But I know I'm not in the teen percentages yet. So I know I'm somewhere in there. Once I get around 14% body range, things start to show. So I can make a video if you guys are interested in that, but there's certain body fat indicators, like separation in your shoulder joints, the little bicep vein that comes out, your abs coming in. When you flex, you have abs, and then also when you're not really trying, you still have your abs in. All of those are indicators of certain body fat ranges. And that's what I'm going on, is visual. Because I've been dieting for, you know, I've done like 5 shows now. This would not be a show, this is just for me. And also for you guys to follow along. But I'm guessing once I get under 14% body fat, I'll be able to read more accurately where exactly am I. And it's okay to estimate. You know, I'm estimating 185 at 6%, and that might not be the case, but at least you have some direction of where you're going. So at 185, I'll be about probably 6% body fat. So if you do the math, 185 times 0.06, that's 6% in decimals, will equal, we will get the calculator. That will put me at about 11, I'm just going to round down, 11 pounds of fat on my body at 185. And the reason why you want to do this is because obviously when I'm 185, I'm not going to be like 0% body fat. That's not even possible. For men, it's about 3% body fat, 3 to 4% body fat, and then once you get below that, you're dead. Those are the body fat, essential body fat that's surrounding your organs, your heart, your liver, all the internal organs, and it's necessary. So when someone says they're under 3% body fat, it's a complete lie. That means they're dead. So for women, that's around 10% body fat around. So if a woman says they're under 10%, you know, that's a lie as well, because the lowest body fat you'll be able to get is 3% to 4% for men and around 10% for women. So for me, 6% is the goal at 185 based on previous DEXA scan, and that's going to be 11 pounds of fat to lose. Now, to get a good idea of what body fat percentage I'm going to be at right now, which is what I'm concerned with, 221 pounds, I'm going to have to add fat to this weight right here. So if you do 185 at 11 pounds of body fat, I will need to gain an additional, what is that, 36 pounds. Is that right? Yeah. 36 pounds more to get to 221. So what I basically will do now is add this 11 pounds to this 36 pounds right here, and I'll get a total number. And that number is 47 pounds of fat currently at where I'm at right now. And this is based on certain assumptions. I'm basically assuming that all weight loss that I'm going to do to get down to 185 will all be from either water or fat, and none of it from anything else such as muscle mass. That's a large assumption, but from my experience, especially if you know the right program, if you know what you're doing, you're dieting at a slower pace, you're not going to lose much muscle mass. You start losing aggressively into a diet, that's where you're going to start losing muscle mass. So make sure that it sucks because a lot of people, obviously, like me, I want to get shredded fast. But if you get shredded fast, you're going to lose a lot of strength and muscle. And then once you're down to there, you're going to kind of look like a rake, and it kind of just sucks. But you'll be shredded. So just keep that in mind, that you want to go slow as possible. So for me, now I'm estimating 47 pounds of fat at 221, which is my current weight. So what I have to do is do a little bit of math. I know there's a lot of math in here. This will be up again. It's kind of hard to follow, but this will be uploaded after this live stream is done. So if you guys have any questions, just go back and then go over what I talked about. So 47 divided by 221. Give me a second. Let's see. That is going to equal 21.2% body fat. So, like I previously estimated, I'm somewhere around 20% plus body fat right now, and that's correct. I'm 21.2% body fat based on a bunch of assumptions. So that's how I kind of figure out. As you can see, this example can be used for anything. So let's say you want to know, okay, how much body fat will I be at a certain weight? This is perfect for that. So if you guys want to know, okay, what happens if I get down to 200 pounds, right? So we would essentially have to do this part right here all over again for you guys. You'd insert your own numbers. So 200 pounds, let's say I want to get to 200 pounds now. I still am at 11 pounds of fat at 185. That's still the same. But instead, I'm not gaining 36 pounds because I'm not trying to figure out what 221 is. I'm trying to figure out what's 200 pounds. So that's actually adding 15 pounds to this number. So if you add 15 to 11, that's, sorry about that, 27. No, that's wrong. 26. Math. All right. So we got 26 pounds of fat. So we would change this number right here. And you can do this, just rewind it, look at it back again for your guys' example. But now I'm going to get what my body fat is going to be at 200 pounds. And the answer is, oh, forgot. This has to change to 200. We're doing a number over 200 pounds. That's going to put me at about 13% body fat. So that's how you find out how certain weights will get you to certain body fat. That is assuming a lot of things. That's assuming you know your body fat. Whether you got DEXA, you got someone who knows how to caliper you, or you did a bod pod, dunk tank, some sort of estimate. They're going to be off by a few percentage points, probably, but it will give you a good amount number. I've done a bunch of DEXAs. I've done like 4 or 5 once I got in the sub 6, 7, 8% body fat range. I started doing DEXAs. So I kind of know this number is pretty accurate. So this reading is going to be pretty accurate as well, assuming that I've gained 5 pounds of muscle mass, 13% body fat. So Hopefully you guys know where my mind is going. This is how you calculate certain things. I know some of you will try to do your own calculations. Just make sure you know what it's based off of, because you don't know the number, then you probably won't be able to calculate this accurately. And I don't know if I'm going to be 13% body fat. I'm just assuming that at 200 pounds, I'm going to be at 13% based on previous data. So hopefully you guys learned a lot. I don't know. I don't have very many subscribers. So I'm going to check right now your guys' comments, and we'll see.